Hi, Freebirds. Welcome to day 3. Wasn't day 2 amazing? Kimberly taught us 5 important foundations for building a kingdom business. And I just want to review what those 5 were. They were knowing your union with Jesus, knowing you're seated with Jesus, knowing your Holy Spirit access and empowerment, knowing your inheritance and access to heaven's resources, and having a foundation of hearing God. And so I just encourage you, if you didn't catch yesterday, go catch day 2 because it was amazing. So I just want to give you a reminder, if you have any questions during today's live or the replay, just drop them in the comments and we will answer as many as we can. And we have 2 giveaways that we're doing throughout this boot camp. One is a 30-minute one-on-one coaching session with Kimberly. And we're also giving away the Prophetic Female Entrepreneur Training Course. So to participate, to be eligible to win one of these giveaways, you need to watch each session and respond with hashtag OFBF success in the comments for each session, either on Facebook or YouTube. We're going to be announcing the giveaway winners at the end of the session on Friday, so be sure to tune in. And now I want to welcome Kimberly for day 3 training session on your business mission.
Thank you, Jenna. You are awesome. All right, so welcome back to the boot camp. I hope that you are just gaining personal revelation on how to build a successful kingdom business, and just taking away keys and steps that God is speaking personally to you. And for the next 3 days, we are going to focus on the business foundations that you need to put in place to build a successful kingdom business. And I really believe that these next 3 days are things that you cannot build a business without. These are some of my favorite things. And today we are going to focus on your business mission. We all need a business mission if you're going to have a business. I know that when I was writing that, you have to have these things in order to build a successful kingdom business. I always think about what are the questions that are going to come up, or what is the kind of like opposition to that. And I was just thinking how, yes, there are people that build businesses without a God mission. There are people that do it. I did it. I had a clothing franchise that we had part of a mission, and I knew what we were doing, kind of like, okay, well, this is who we're serving and this is what we're doing, but it wasn't based on a foundation of who God designed me to serve. It wasn't who God was like, this is who you're designed to serve, and this is the business you're going to do, and this is how you're going to do it. It was just off of, I had an idea and I was like, okay, let's go for it. But I didn't consult God for these blueprints. And so when I say business foundations, yesterday we focused on laying a kingdom foundation, and that is where we're going to build from. It's knowing our union. It's that kingdom foundation. But then you have a business foundation, and mission is part of your business foundation. And we all, I believe, if you are a kingdom female entrepreneur, you need a business mission from God, not just something that you put together. Because I'll tell you, I can create a mission like that, right? So maybe that's you, and maybe you're kind of like that idea factory type person. You can come up with ideas, and you can really come up with a mission. I help my husband, do his mission, all those things. And it's like, so we want to know, what does God have for us personally? And so when you build a mission, your business mission with God, that this is who God designed me to serve. This is the business that he designed me to do through this mission, because you could have multiple businesses, but you need a business mission for each one, because maybe you're called to serve different people in each business. And maybe the mission is different with what you're going to do and why you're doing it, right? It all looks different, but you want that for each business that you start. God, what do you have for me? So mission is such an important piece for your business dream. It sets a confident focus on God's plan for you and your business. You're not going to run around wishy-washy or thrown back and forth on what are we doing here? What are we doing in this business? It sets a confident focus for you. So mission is made up of who you're called to serve, what you're doing, and why you're doing it. So those are the three components that we look for when building out your God mission. Mission is God's plan for your business. I believe it is part of our original design. They are things that God designed us for. They're the people that God designed us to serve. And like I said, you could have multiple businesses that have different people you're called to serve. It comes from the heart of God. It's your passion that you can't get away from, that must happen on this earth. So pay attention to those things, when you're like, this has to happen and you keep talking about it. Really pay attention to the things that you've constantly been talking about or that really bother you. Pay attention to those things. Doesn't mean that that's going to be it. I'm just saying you want to consider that and pay attention to it. Because there might be something that you just want to support, and it's not necessarily a business you're going to start, but you're like, yes, that problem needs to be solved, but someone else is solving it. It communicates why we are doing what we're doing. It is the purpose behind the vision. Just an example, in O Freebird Fly, we have, just for instance, this boot camp, right? But we also have a coaching course and we have workshops that we do, right? But why are we doing these things, right? We are doing them so that women are equipped with the resources they need to see their dreams realized, because that's our mission. So this boot camp and the coaching course and the workshops are three ways of how we are fulfilling the mission that God's given us. Okay. So your mission, it communicates that. Mission to me is God, like, this is what I always hear whenever I think of mission, is like God saying to me, this is your mission, should you choose to accept it? Because God can give you a mission and you get to decide if you're going to accept it. You don't have to accept it. I hope you do, but it's your choice if you're going to accept it. But it's one of those things. It's like, God's given you a mission. Okay, hold on, because you're about to jump in, right? But it gives you that confidence to know, what are we doing here? Who are we serving? Why are we doing this? Because you're going to need to know this throughout your time in building your business and serving your customers and clients through your business, throughout the life of your business. You are going to need your mission. You're going to need to be reminded who you're called to serve so that you don't go outside of that. Because there might be times where you're like, just either bored, either you get bored or you feel like something's not working or whatever. And so you'll kind of be like, well, what if we did this? What if we open it up to these people and like that? But you really need to go back and kind of go, all right, God, what do you have? Have you shifted this at all? Those are things that you need to go back to. We do have a resource that is on refreshing your business mission. So, it's on YouTube. And it says refresh your business mission. So if that's something that you need to refresh it. Like after you already have that mission from God in place. You've been building your business and running your business, and maybe you're a year or two in, whatever, you want to go back and you can kind of refresh your business mission. So why do we need mission? Like I said, one reason is so you know who you're called to serve. Also, what he designed you to do, what business he designed you to do, because there's certain gifts and passions that you have. There's words on your life. There's things that when God was forming you, he spoke into your life of, these are the things that Jenna is going to do. These are the things I have available for her. She might not do them all, but she probably will. But these are the things that I have for her. She's going to love them and she's going to thrive, so it allows us to know what God designed us to do. I definitely have found that once I discovered this business mission for Oh Free Bird Fly, when God gave me that, it was like, it just all came together. And I was like, wow, that's it. Because I've been touching the different things and doing a little here and a little there. But when he brings it all together, you're like, oh my gosh, how did I not know this? He knew this, it's like, thank you. It makes things so clear, and it's going to help you. So if you feel like, man, I feel kind of like I'm all over the place, or my business isn't really defined, or what I'm doing, I'm kind of like back and forth. I'm trying all these different businesses to see what works. That's a big that's a big sign that you don't have a mission from God. Is if you are trying all these different businesses to see what fits you and what works. And I'm all for exploration. I'm totally in for exploration. So I'm not shutting that down, because, I do hear, a lot. Well, you're going to find through exploring what you're made for by exploring and trying all these things. But what if we didn't have to try all the things? And that's what I found. That's why mission is like, I have a passion for mission, because we don't actually have to try all the things, all the different businesses. And because if you want to, go ahead, but there is another way. And so I want to extend that to you, that there actually is another way, because God knows. And when we partner with him and we go, what was I made for? It doesn't mean that you don't explore within your mission, because within your mission, within who God shows you who you're called to serve, within what he designed you for, within why you're doing it, within this thing that he gives you, you are going to fine tune it. As you go, you're going to explore in the right direction. So it's kind of like this. It's like he has this plan, this mission for you, right? And let's say he's given you a land, this wide open space. He's like, you're going to inhabit this land over here. And let's just say in your business, you teach courses. Okay. He designed you to be a teacher. You love it. You thrive in it. You just love it. Right. So he's giving you this land over here. He's giving you this mission, and within it, there's like, it's limitless. There's all these things over here. Right. And you get to explore and see, okay, I actually don't like doing it this way. And I don't like this, but I like this. So there's wide open space to explore, instead of exploring the entire country, right? He's giving you a state to explore in, or a city, whatever. Let's talk about it that way. Instead of the whole country and spending your life going all over the entire country, trying to find what fits, what you love, where you're going to thrive, who you're called to serve, all those things. He knows, oh, they need to be in Texas, you know what I mean? Or in one city in Texas, so it's like, it doesn't take away the exploration. It doesn't take away that. It just like refines it and points you in the right direction. So if you are trying all the different businesses, jump in, and this is a big one. If you're jumping from network marketing business to network marketing business, I'm going to try the health one, and I'm going to try the financial one, and I'm going to try the makeup one, and I'm going to try all these different ones, because you're trying to find where you're supposed to be. But in all of them, they're serving all different types of people. We're serving women over here. We're serving families over here. We're serving men over here. If you're finding yourself jumping from all these network marketing businesses, you don't have a mission from God. Because God is going to point you to, like, okay, this is who you're called to serve. This is what you were designed to do. And this is why. Then you can take that. And if you want to do network marketing, because that's the business model you want to try, what God designed you for in that, let's say you're like, well, you know what? I actually want to do, then go for it. But and he will point you in the right direction, instead of starting and stopping, because I'm going to tell you, maybe not everybody, but there is a little bit of failure in that. You're trying in these businesses, and you're trying to meet a goal because you're doing all the things that they tell you to do, and you're trying to meet a goal and you don't make it. And then you end up quitting when it wasn't where you were supposed to be. And so what happens is, starting a business is a big life decision. It is. This, just like getting married, having a baby, starting a new career, all the things, those are big life decisions. And starting a business is a big life decision. We should not start a business because it's $99 to start it, and that be the reason. Or I can get free product. That is not the reason we should start a business. We should start a business because God gave us a mission for it. And then $99 in free products is your bonus. That needs to be the extra on top of it. So if you are drawn to the network marketing model, which I actually love the network marketing model. I've done a few of them, and I really love it. And I think that it absolutely is for some people. I totally believe it's for some people, but you need a mission, and then you go in and do it. Okay. Starting and stopping all the different, let's say you starting and stopping all these different type of businesses on your own outside of the network marketing model. So it's just like, okay, I'm going to try cleaning houses. I'm going to try eBay. I'm going to try an Etsy shop. I'm going to make this product, and I'm going to try that. What if you actually had a mission to be on track and start a business that way? And then you wouldn't be starting and stopping, failing, because can we fail in God? I believe that, we can't be afraid of the word failing, because I'm going to tell you, there's things I failed at. There are absolutely things I failed at. And you want to know why? Because I didn't have God in it. I did it on my own. And yes, it was not successful in any means. It made a lot of money, but it was not successful. So money is not the marker of success. It was not successful. I did not have a mission from God in it. And so, yes, I do believe that you can have places of failure when you don't put God in your life, and God is not leading you and directing you. If you're moving with God, I don't believe you failing. You're moving with him, right? Okay. So in that, with having a mission, it's going to keep you on track. It's going to let you know what type of business should I start? Where should I go? And then you're going to thrive there because God's in it and he's led you there. If you don't discover with God what your mission is, you're not going to be confident in your choice of business and your choice of what you're doing. You will be more, it'll be very easy for someone to get you to question what you're doing. It's just going to make it really, really easy for that. It'll also make it easy for you to question if you don't have a mission because you didn't receive it from God and you're like, oh, maybe this isn't it. But when you receive it from God, you're like, nope, God gave it to me. And until he says it's done, it's not done. That's a big thing about having a mission. Could God shift you and say it's time to move from this business? Absolutely. But when you have that mission from God, you're not moving until he says. So when you are under pressure and you're like, maybe I should stop, you really do go back to, and you're like, God, is this mission done? Or is this mission on pause? You know, am I supposed to pause this for a little while? But you consider the mission because it was given to you by God. It sets your purpose. I believe that when God is sending you to fulfill a mission, if you'll put it before your face and remember what God said to you, you're going to fulfill it. Even if, let's say that God gives you a mission and he has you pause for a season. When you pick it, you're going to fulfill it. He gave you, if it's something that he's like, okay, this isn't done, it's not, it's not fulfilled, and you pick it back up, you're going to fulfill it. So that's a beautiful thing about when God gives you a mission. Your mission keeps the purpose and goal in front of you, and you're going to remember your yes. And you're going to remember that you're the one that's designed to accomplish it because he's given it to you. And sometimes you might need that. You might need to be reminded that, yes, I am the one for this because God gave it to me. Right? Sometimes your mission, the mission that you have before you, maybe it's like a legacy and your kids will fulfill it and they're going to carry it on. And I really hope for that with Oh Freebird Fly. The intention is that this is going to be a legacy for my children too. And obviously whoever's involved, it's part of legacy. I'm building for legacy. This isn't, this is to carry on. Could the name change? I want to just put this out there to you guys. Yes, your name could change in a mission you have. That's part of the exploration, I feel like. So be open to that. There's a lot of freedom. There's a lot of freedom in having a mission. And I think maybe we need to, if you are a multi-passionate entrepreneur and maybe don't like being put in a box, maybe having a mission can feel like that. Well, if I have this thing, he's telling me I'm doing this thing and that means I'm not doing anything else. No, there can be multiple. I have a few things that I am working on. And also there's so much freedom in God, right? I feel like maybe, when things that God has led us to, there's freedom in it. Things that is not, you're more controlled there than you are. You're not controlled when you're doing the things that God's led you to. There's a lot of freedom there. So don't be afraid of mission. It's kind of like sometimes people can be afraid of setting goals. It's kind of like that same thing. So don't be afraid of having a mission. So with Oh Free Bird Fly, how I discovered the mission and how I really discovered mission in general and why we're even here and why this is a passion of mine is because I've lived it. And I was in a place where I had been in traditional church ministry for many years. And I first started out in business with the franchise, and my husband, we had a business of his. And you know, they did great financially. But man, if we had vision, I just think like, wonder what, you know, I wonder how it would have been different. But we kind of left the business world in that sense. And God tricked us. I'm not saying he didn't trick us. He led us into traditional church ministry. We started going to this church and we found ourselves on leadership, leading ministries, all these things. And I was there for many years, and I learned a lot. That's where I learned to hear the voice of God. It is where I learned the kingdom, all the things. And it was something happened to the church that we were part of. And overnight, it was no longer. And so we hadn't been in business for a few years. And now we didn't really understand. And now this ministry that we're a part of, our family, our home, is no longer. And, you know, the ministries that I was leading was no longer. So the people, all the things. And I was like, God, so I took a pause and I was like, what in the world? What are the next steps for my life? You've awakened these things in me. I have this desire for business, and I have this desire for ministry. And so I was like, what do I do? And so I was a big dreamer, and I just sat on my porch and I just asked him, you know, what are my next steps for my life? And in that moment, he brought everything together. And I just started writing with him what he was speaking to me, what I could hear him speaking. And I didn't stop writing until he was done speaking. And when I looked back, looked back at what he told me, when I read it, I was like, that's it. And he's told me that's what you're called to do. You're called to lead women in ministry and lead women in business. Stop separating the two. They're meant to be together. And he actually gave me vision for it first. And we're going to be talking about vision tomorrow, the vision plan. So he brought it all together. So there was somewhat of mission in there. And then he gave me the vision for it. But I had an ache in my heart to do something about women having the resources that they needed. But it was the business over here. And so I separated those two. I was leading women in ministry. That's one of the things I did at my church. But I had this ache over here that I constantly talked about, that I had a frustration that women didn't have what they needed to do the things that God called them to do. When I sat down, he brought everything together, my past, my present, words he had spoken over my life, all these things, just in one moment, he just brought it all together. What I was gifted at, what my passions were. And then in a dream, he gave me the mission. And that's when he said, give women the resources they need to do what they love. And so he just started forming that over a couple years before launching Oh Free Bird Fly. But both of them were passions that I couldn't get away from. not only for women to have the resources they needed over here in this business, but over here in ministry, it was for women to be developed. Kingdom mindsets, their foundation in the word, all of that. So if you look at Oh Free Bird Fly, he married the two. He brought them together, giving them the resources in business so they can actually do, leading them to that, and the kingdom ways, the kingdom foundations, all of that. And he's like, right? So, sometimes you have that passion to do something and you don't know what it looks like. They might be being multi-passionate too. You might have all these passions, all these things, right? And when you receive that mission from God, a lot of times he just brings them all together and makes it just sound right, but I would have never put them all together myself. I would have never been like, okay, this all belongs together and this is what you're going to do. I probably would have stayed in ministry over here and running a business over here. Let's give them the business things they need. But he said, bring them together. And I'm going to tell you that many times, because Oh Free Bird Fly has a broad kind of like, it's not real niche down, meaning the people we're called to serve, we know who we're called to serve because God said it. But it's not like stay-at-home moms who are Christian entrepreneurs or kingdom female entrepreneurs. He said kingdom female entrepreneurs. As many times as I try to be like, God, are you sure you don't want me to niche down to like only this type? No. He's given it. It's a more broad vision. It's a more broad mission. I want you to put in there spiritual, leadership, and entrepreneurial, right? Okay. What I hear out from different places, not every place, but some places, is you can't do it like that. You need to pick one area of focus and you need to go after that. Like some might tell me, you need to just stay with the spiritual side and you need to focus there. And that's what you need to do. Leave out the entrepreneurial stuff like branding and, website or, like all of that. And when I'm presented with that for a moment, I question it and I go, should I be doing? Because when you're presented with something, you do ask the question, should I be doing? And God's like, that's not your mission. That's not what I've given you. I've given you a mission and I've given you a vision plan. And this is how I want you to do it. And it might not look like what someone else might think that you should do, but this is what I've given you. And that's why we need mission from God. And tomorrow we're going to talk about vision plan. We need those two things from God, because if you're led to do it a different way, you really need the foundation of what God is saying first. Then you can add on the other things. So I am careful of where I learn from. I learn from where I feel God leading me to. I don't just let all these different things and opinions and teachings in my mind on how I should do something. I feel it, I listen, and I'm like, okay, this is where you're leading me. So I don't have 10 different business coaches speaking into my life, whether I've hired them or they're on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, because it gets confusing because there's a lot of different messages. And I'm not saying that they're doing anything wrong. That's the mission God's given them, right? But we have a responsibility for ourselves to be founded in what God's leading us to know where he wants us to go. So that's a big reason why mission from God is absolutely so very important. And anyways, that's what happened to me. God gave me mission. He brought it all together. And I know what I'm doing, and I know that this is where I'm supposed to be. And I want that for you. We want that for you. So when when I had that dream, he said, give women the resources they need to do what they love. When I woke up, I knew that it came from the heart of God and that it was possible because of that. Had I ever done anything like this before? No. I started businesses. I had a franchise. So I taught the franchisee how to run a business or how to build my business model. I trained them. Okay, this is how you're gonna build this business model. I helped my husband start his business. So yes, I knew business. I taught in the church. So God had been training me on those things. But did I know how to build a training platform and do courses and all that? No, but God led me to do it. But because he said that to me, he gave me the mission, I knew that it was possible, because you can feel it. It's from the heart of God. When you see it, you're going to go, that's what I was made for. You're just going to know it. So that is what happens when we receive our mission from God. You know, and no one can talk you out of it. No one's going to be able to talk you out of it. You need to go back to your mission. So I want to bring on Jenna. Hi, Jenna.
Hi.
All right. So Jenna, what stood out to you from today's session?
A few of the things that I absolutely loved is how you define mission. And what I wrote down was that it's who you're called to serve, what you're doing, why you're doing it, and it comes from the heart of God for you. And I just absolutely, I love that. I feel like that is the best kingdom definition of mission that I've ever heard. And it just, it settles in my heart. And I feel like it's very true in my experience of receiving mission from God. You also encouraged us to explore in the right direction, like within the lane that God has called us to, within the mission he's given us, which includes those who are called to serve and what we're doing and the timing that we're supposed to do it. So I just feel like so much freedom was granted to everybody who is going to hear this to, yes, you're free to explore. You're not going to miss it. Yeah. That you absolutely can explore with God, but you're giving them a solution and helping them accelerate their process by saying, stay within that mission, because you're not going to waste time and energy and money and all the things outside of it. Yeah. So I love that encouragement. And then you also, brought up the fact that God can absolutely shift you, but you're going to know and have peace in it if and when he does that, because the mission will be complete. Yeah. You'll know it. The mission will be done, or you'll have peace that it's okay. I can pause this. God's going to help me pick it back up later. Yeah. But it's okay to be shifted. And that to me, that stood out a lot to me. But I love that you left us off with saying, like, we do have our own personal responsibility. We have to be founded in and of ourselves and where we're supposed to be, so that we can go where we're supposed to go and not allow other voices to potentially distract us or derail us from what the mission is that God gave us. So I love that I feel like it's kind of tied everything together and just say, look, you can do this, but you're responsible to take this on and say yes to it yourself, and then keep going, like put those blinders on and just go where God's called you to go.
Yeah, that's so good. Okay, so I want to ask you, how has your mission from God, helped you with your business?
Sure. I feel like for me, it's given me a real clear direction of what I'm called to do and who I'm called to serve. And whenever we tie this together, there's like that's the spiritual and entrepreneurial component of that, but tie it into the business side and the branding. Like, I feel like to me, it's helped me to really establish a very clear and strong brand, because we'll just take the photography side of things, being a brand photographer, there's so many different things you can do within the realm of photography. Yes. That if you're known as a photographer, people can say, oh, you should do weddings, you should do this, you should
That,
do that, or she's a photographer, so she does all of these things. And for me, it's helped me to establish a very clear and strong brand by saying, no, I'm a brand photographer and these are the people that I serve. And so for me, it's done a couple of things in establishing a strong brand. So if people have a need in the area of where I serve, they think of me, or they think of me to refer me to someone else. And so that's really helped me with being able to, acquire the right type of work because my brand is known. It also really helps me to know what to say yes to and what to say no to.
yeah, absolutely.
Over this past week, I've had people reach out, oh, my wedding photographer canceled on me. Can you please help? And as much as my heart goes out to them, I go, no, I really can't. That's not what I'm doing these days. And so here, I would love to give you a list of my favorite local wedding photographers. Go reach out to them. And so I'm able to bless them and what they're called to do, because I'm staying in my lane and I'm saying, here's their lane. You need to go over here.
Yes.
The other thing that really came to mind for me, even just while, we were on this training today, is that having a mission from God has really helped me not get caught in the comparison trap.
Yeah.
Even among like looking at what other branding photographers are doing, it really helps me not to get derailed or think that I'm not enough or anything like that, because I'm focused on the mission that God has given me over here. And so I know I have a seat at the table because he's called me here. And just because there are other amazing brand photographers out there, it doesn't mean that I'm any less welcome in this space.
Okay.
So for me, it's really helped me not to get caught in that trap of comparing myself to other people doing similar things. And it's also given me, I believe, a unique edge because whenever we say yes to the mission that God's given us, like I said, it's helped me to build a strong brand. But it helps direct me to the right people. So people and businesses who really love the fact that I partner with God. And they know that about me, like they're very drawn to working with me because I can serve them in a more well-rounded way than maybe somebody who they're not as drawn to for that reason. So helps me not get caught in the comparison trap, what to say yes and no to, and just helps me to stay focused on what I'm supposed to do in that realm.
I love it. That's beautiful. I see that. I totally see that. And you're thriving and just, it's great. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to go ahead and lead you guys in the activation for today. It's a very short activation, and you're going to find that in the comments in the Facebook group. You'll find it in the comments on YouTube if you're watching through YouTube. And you also received an email for your day 3, and you'll find the activation download there. So you have it all the different places to do. So I'm just going to pray over you real quick, and then I'm going to give you your activation. All right. So Father, I thank you for mission that you have given us this amazing thing as entrepreneurs to just really show us like your blueprints and, okay, this is the mission that I have for you. And so you don't have to wonder. So I thank you for that, God. And I just pray for just that download for each one of these women, just that ease and clarity for the mission that you've given them. I pray that when they see it, that they're like, wow, that's what I was made for. That's it. And that's what I'm going to go after. So I just thank you, Father, and I bless them in Jesus' name. All right. So this is your activation. You are going to ask God to reveal your business mission to you. How practical is that? And you're going to write down all that he shows you. And I believe that when we ask him, we're going to receive what we ask for. It may come immediately. It may come over time, but he is going to give it to you because he knows what he's called you to, and he promises to lead us. He's going to guide you. He actually gives you, not only helps you with your decision, but gives you the path to walk it out to, which we see in Psalm 119, 105, that he gives you the answer and the path. He gives you both. It says and. So I hope that this teaching blessed you. And if you are wanting like extra support in discovering your business mission and actually putting together your mission statement and bringing that all together and your vision plan and the foundation for your business, we have our Unlock Your Business Dream coaching course that our fall session launches on September 5th. And we have some bonuses for you and a special offer that we want to extend to you guys. And I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what we have. Jenna, will you let me know if you can see that? Good. Okay. All right. So what we have for you is the Unlock Your Business Dreams coaching course. And really it's about unlocking those business dreams with God's blueprints and kingdom support so that you have both of them. And this is for women who want to start and build a business with God's blueprints and step into your entrepreneurial destiny. Because I believe that when you're an entrepreneur, God has an entrepreneurial destiny for you. And these are the things that are included. It is an eight-week coaching course. There are 4 training modules, and inside each module, there are recorded sessions and activations. It does come with a digital workbook for you to work inside, and also a customized business blueprint. There are 2 group coaching sessions with Jenna and myself that we're not going to do the trainings inside there because we want you to use your time to train with the recorded sessions so that the group coaching sessions are actually coaching, that we help you with putting these things together. You have community and email support, and then we have a bonus for you. It's Next Steps Business Startup Checklist. And then you can also add on one-on-one coaching. But we do have some bonuses for you for the one-on-one coaching. So this course was built on just the steps that God took me through in receiving the mission and vision for Oh Freebird Fly and laying the foundation to build upon. So this is birthed from that, and just want to extend it to you. So upon leaving this course, this 8-week course, you are going to know your kingdom design. You're going to know how to recognize God's voice specifically for your business. You're going to know who you're called to serve, the business you're going to build, the products or services that you're going to offer, your mission and vision plan, and the core values for your business. These are all the things that make up a business foundation and laying a kingdom foundation. And like I said, you're going to leave with a customized blueprint that's for you and your business. And you will leave with that business startup checklist that's going to lead you in the next steps to start the business that God showed you. So the 2 offers that we have for you, our first one is we've opened up 5 seats for our feedback participants. So we're looking for 5 women who will go through the course fully, attend the group coaching sessions live, and fill out course feedback forms and give a video testimony at the end. This is a first come, so it's whoever the first 5 women who sign up for this will get this offer. You will get half off our pay in full option. Our pay in full option is $497, so you're going to get half off of that. And if you're interested, you're just going to use code OFBF VIP and we're going to give you the website link. You can go there and it will show you what your responsibilities are and just what days the coaching sessions are going to be on. So all that information is there. And the second offer, which includes our bonuses for you, if you either don't get in the 5 with those 5 seats, if they're already taken, or if you're like, well, I don't want to be a feedback participant, we have this offer for you. It's our coaching course plus 2 bonuses, and our course is $497. And bonus number 1 is a 45-minute one-on-one strategy session with me. And your bonus number 2 is 3 months in our Oh Freebird Fly monthly mentor mind group. Our monthly mentor mind group, we're actually launching that. So you're actually hearing about this before it actually launches. But that will be launched in October. And but once you go through the course, your first month will be November, and you get 3 months of our mentor mind. And it's going to be a powerful group to help you continue building and working in your business. So the only thing is you have to sign up by midnight on Sunday, the 28th, to get the bonuses. The offer number 1, that will be the first 5 that sign up get those seats. So if you're interested in that, if you have any questions, you are free to just reach out to me here in the Facebook group. You can message me, you can DM me on Instagram, or you can email at support@ohfreebirdfly.com. And this is the website to go to check out the course, ohfreebirdfly.com/unlock your business dreams. And so those are the offers that we have for you. And it's pretty amazing. We're excited to get started. If you are not sure if the course is for you and you need a little extra help, like you're wanting to talk to somebody, you can schedule a discovery call with me, and we will put the link in the comments after this session is over. On YouTube, we'll also put that link in the comments that you can schedule that. These discovery calls will only be available from now until September 5th. So we get started in the course on September 5th. That's September 5th, 2022, in case you're watching another year. Those are the things that we have for you. And we have a question from Yvette. So what if you have multiple missions? If you have multiple, if you're talking about, I'm going to answer it 2 ways. Okay. Yes, we will help with all of them in the course. That's the question. Absolutely. If you have multiple missions and you are wanting to discover those in the course, yes, you can use the exact same activations that take you through, and you'll just use those for the 2 different missions, which I do. That's what I do. I have Oh Freebird Fly, and I have something else that I'm launching that walking through it the same way to get, again, the mission and vision, plan, core values that God has for that. It's all the same. So we will help you with that. You'll be able to fill out 2 of the business blueprints that will be customized for you for that. Or if you have multiple, you can fill out, as many as you need. And the coaching calls are absolutely there for you. We're going to spend that time just going after helping you form this, because there's not going to be any fluff in them, meaning that we're there to serve you. We're there to serve you so that you have everything that you need. All right, so that's it for day 3. Y'all are amazing. And we can't wait to serve you tomorrow with Vision Plan, but we also Can't wait to serve you in the course if you join us there. But we just bless you, bless your time today and your time in the activation. And we will see you for tomorrow for day 4. Love you guys.